Am I the A for not helping with my stepdaughter? I, F30, have been married to my husband Dave, M35, for 2 years. Been together for 5. He has a daughter from past relationship, Eve, F7. I have always been decidedly child-free. I don't like or want to be around children. When I met Dave, I didn't know he had a child. We had been dating for 4 months before I realized it. To people who asked why I didn't think to ask, we met at his house. At a party he hosted, there was no picture or anything indicating that there were kids around. In fact, his entire house screamed bachelor. White sofa, white bedding, extra clean, infinity pool. I realized he had a kid only when her mom dropped her off without notice at his house. When I was there, it was a shock. I told him I am child-free and need to end the relationship, but he begged me to stay. I told him in no uncertain terms I don't want to be around or raise a child. He agreed. He even got a vasectomy to prove to me he is serious. Eve lived with her mom most of the time and visited every other weekend. I took off these weekends. Basically, I still led a child-free life. All that changed 2 months ago when Eve's mom remarried. Her husband didn't want any kids previous to their marriage around. Eve's mom decided since she took care of Eve for 7 years, it was now Dave's turn to. She told him that as she gave the kid to him. Their custody agreement flipped, basically. Dave does love his kid and doesn't want her to suffer. He tried getting his mom to look after her, but his mom, having just retired, refuses to work anymore. Dave was forced into keeping Eve full-time. This meant major adjustment to me as well. I had to learn to live with a kid in the house. I just avoid her at all costs, even though it was affecting my relationship with Dave. As in, we didn't get enough time together. Last week, though, Dave felt sick. He needed me to take care of Eve. I tried the first day, but it was weird, awkward, and exhausting. Second day onward, I just got a babysitter on my time. When Dave recovered enough yesterday, he was furious at me for putting his child with a babysitter and refusing to take care of her. I reminded him what our agreement was. He said it didn't matter, that I should have taken care of his kid, that he needed me to step up. He said this was just selfish of me, and that I meant A for doing this. Am I the A? A lot of the comments are bashing me for having married a man with a child. I admit, I was being naive. All I can say is in the 5 years we were together, only time I saw the child before her mom's wedding was when she was dropped off. Dave kept the lives so easily separated, it was easy to forget he had a child. Dave is not just a father. I loved him, married him, and stayed with him because he is an amazing partner for me. We share a lot of the same interests, and life with him was heaven. It only got bad once Eve moved in. All of you who are bashing me about being cold to her, we just don't cross paths. Our home is a pretty big one. She leaves for school before I get up. I will be working late and won't be at home when she gets back. When I get back, she would be in her room doing homework. I go to my room to freshen up, but the time I get downstairs to cook and eat, it will already be her bedtime. On weekends, DH takes her out with him, or I go out. We almost never cross paths. When I see her, I do smile, I do say hi. I don't go out of my way to see her or engage with her. That's it. The day I tried, she acted like a normal 7-year-old would, I think. She had school, so I had to make her breakfast, get her dressed, and drop her off. I got up early for that. She chatted non-stop, giving me a headache. I from home and got her in afternoon, again fixing food, helping with homework, getting her to eat dinner, and tucking her in bed. Did all of it. I fell into bed with a huge headache. I asked my friends for an emergency babysitter and got the one they recommended. Paid extra for the emergency. I was physically, mentally, and emotionally exhausted by taking care of her. I had a professional take care of her the rest of the days. I still checked on her, said goodnight every day. I'm sorry, but as a person who physically and mentally can't take care of kids, this is the best I could do. What do you guys think of that? I don't think she's really the bad person here. She laid out her rules beforehand and he didn't listen to her. Now, I don't think he's necessarily the bad one either, because he is just thinking in the concept of his daughter. But he should have understood her grounds on hiring a babysitter instead. And she paid with her own money. So what do you guys think? Have a good one.